Hey guys and gals, this is Bloggy with the Broken Legion of Gamers. In this video I have the unboxing of the Creality Ender 3 Pro 3D printer. I chose this printer because at this price range, it's pretty much one of the most popular 3D printers. There's tons of aftermarket upgrades for it, and there's tons of print files on Thingiverse for upgrades. And it also has a great support system through Facebook groups and through Creality itself. But without further ado, let's get this box open and let's do the unboxing. And for safety, we're going to close the knife. And when you first open the box, you get greeted by a piece of styrofoam, and you get this, which is basically, I believe, your assembly guide and warranty information. And the reason why I went with this one, the one I got, because this one came with the aftermarket upgrade tempered glass bed right here. You don't normally get this when you get this printer. I'm gonna put this someplace safe, this way I don't drop it and break it, because you guys all know how clumsy I can be. One of the defining features of this 3D printer is it comes with a magnetic build plate. So it's very easy to remove this magnetic build plate. It's not so easy to get back on, as you can see, but it's very easy to remove this build plate and just bend it, and your prints come right off like that. And also with this purchase, I also got 5 extra nozzles. We're gonna pop this open and see what size nozzles these are. Alright, this is 2 more clips for the bed plate. And it looks like they're all, oh no, they're different sizes. So right off the bat, I can see a 0.3 millimeter and a 0.8 millimeter right there. I'm guessing this is all of your popular sizes. So good, now I got 4 clips for the glass bed. I gotta find a safe place to put that permanently. And right over here,
it's just binder clips.
Right over here, you have your LCD screen with the scroll bar, and this is how you interface with the printer, and you tell the printer what to do. We'll put this back in here for safety. Okay, we're gonna get this out of the way. Okay. Over here, one of the upgrades between the regular Ender 3 and the Ender 3 Pro, and why is there cardboard there, is this. Actually, that might come out. Right here is the 2 20 by 20 extrusions. I don't know how to pronounce that, but the short one right here, this is your top crossbar, and this longer one right here is your Z-axis, the bar for your Z-axis. Right here, you've got your extruder motor. With the extruder, you have the screw for the Z-axis, and this is your X-axis stepper motor, and the X-axis stop switch. Okay, did we get everything in this level? No, we didn't. And then right here is the main part of the printer, and it appears, yes, it appears one of the knobs for one of the leveling knobs came off. So we'll just put this right here. I'm starting to wonder if I open this thing upside down, because I am missing a couple. No, they just packaged this thing differently. And here's your main well power supply. When you get this, you're going to see it's set for 230. If you are in America like I am, you need to go in and change this switch to 110 before you power on the machine, or else it won't have enough power. Right here is your Z-axis stepper motor with the coupler for the Z-axis rod. You have two more extrusions. These are the two side extrusions. These are, whoa, okay. Things are flying out at us. These are 20 by 40 extrusions. Right here, you have your Z rod. You have your power cable. Yours may differ depending on what country you are. I'm in America, so this is a standard grounded American power cable, just like you'd get with your computer. This comes with a spatula to get prints, and it's not even sharpened, so this is, oh, it's sharpened a little bit, I guess, so people don't hurt themselves or other people with it. And here's your filament, your spool holder. I'm dropping everything. Thank God I didn't do that with the glass build plate. That would have been very bad. This sits on top of your printer. You put the spool on it, and it feeds the filament into your printer. Here's another part of your X-axis, the rollers that run along the side rails in the V slots, and like this. Okay, that's probably gonna have to be adjusted. In this bag, you have your pressure fittings and your nozzle, and these usually used to come with spare nozzles and spare pressure fittings. I guess not anymore. Right here is your, as you can read on the bag, your Z-axis limit switch. You get a thumb drive with a micro SD. I believe that's an 8 gig micro SD. Yes, 8 gigabyte micro SD. And then you just pull this off, you put it in your computer, and that's how you transfer your files from your printer to your, from your computer to your 3D printer. And then, and you also get 60 grams of filament, just enough to get you started and do a few test prints and whatnot. You're definitely gonna have to order more filament, but you can get filament pretty much anywhere. You can get it from eBay, you can get it from Newegg, Amazon.com. You can get it pretty much anywhere. For the longest time, Monoprice had good filament. Now, in this bag, you get your zip ties for cable management. You get this thin stabby needle, which you use this to clean out any clogs in your extruder. You get pretty much all the tools, most of the tools you're gonna need to assemble the printer and do regular maintenance. If you're changing the nozzle, you're gonna need, like, I'd recommend channel locks for that. And in here you have nice side cutters, but since we build models, we already have a pair of side cutters, but it's nice to have dedicated side cutters. And the last thing from that bag is this right here. This is your belt tensioner for your X-axis belt. And then there's nothing under there. Right here, you've got end extrusion end caps for the crossbar. You've got your belt for the X-axis, and you've got all the bolts and these T-nuts, basically everything you're gonna need. And as you can see, they have everything labeled in both English and Chinese, which isn't a surprise because Creality is a Chinese company.
Doesn't focus.
As you can see, English and Chinese. But that's everything you get in your Ender 3 Pro kit. And the Ender 3 Pro is basically just an upgrade from the popular base model Ender 3. If you want the base model Ender 3, it'll set you back around $200. You can sometimes find them as low as $179. The Ender 3 Pro retails for $279, but you can regularly find them for as low as $209. Right now they're going for $230, $235. But the upgrades that you get on the Ender 3 Pro, and I'm going to come back around, you get the Meanwhile power supply over a regular standard power supply that comes with the Ender 3. I believe that's a Creality in-house power supply. Now onto the printer itself. The base model Ender 3 I believe that this is the Y-axis. Yeah. This is the X. Yes, for the Y-axis, this extruder right here is just a 20 by 40, but on the Ender 3 Pro they beefed that up to a 40 by 40 to give more stability for the bed for better prints. This bed needs to be adjusted, but once you get it adjusted, it virtually has no wobble. And the base model Ender 3 had this facing up, which nobody liked because you had the fan facing up towards the top and the memory card was sitting down here. So basically they inverted this 180 degrees, and okay, I'm gonna have to adjust this. And basically the fan shroud was sitting right here, and when you'd sit there and scrape your bed, you'd have filament fall into your fan and jam up your fan. It wasn't a really good design. They fixed that with the Ender 3 Pro. Now, I'm not going to build this on video, but I'm going to give you a couple tips. You see how the bed wobbles like? Actually, you see how the bed wobbles a little bit like this? Flip the unit upside down, and right there, those nuts right there, you can adjust those, tighten this up. When you tighten it up, make sure these wheels can just spin hand tight. If you can't spin them like this, you've tightened it too much. But you tighten that up, and you're basically good to go. Okay, why is that's so loose? Okay. I'm gonna have to do a lot. And another thing that you want to do before you even start to assemble the printer, you see how it oh, it's not wobbling anymore. But if your printer wobbles, on both sides, loosen up these four bolts these 4 screws and push down on it until it's flat and doesn't wobble anymore, and tighten them back up. You'll have a more stable printer and your prints will come out a lot better. But that's it for this video, guys. If you like what you saw, hit the thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel and you want to see more game related content or more 3D printing related content, hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon so you can be notified anytime I put up any future videos. And as always, support local wargaming. I know it's hard right now with the pretty much nationwide lockdowns, but support local wargaming. Here at the channel, we support Toy Wiz in Nanuet, New York on Route 59, right across the street from the Dunkin' Donuts. Have a nice day, guys.